I'm just checking in and feeling the Mars transit that I probably won't be making videos here for a while. I mean, if I feel like it and there's like a good reason, I will. But um, there's a lot that I feel that I have been looking into that to me it's I don't think it's going to be something that can be used by anybody or even especially like um, be useful for humanity until later. There's going to be a time, and see, like I said, I don't know if it comes that I feel like I need to post something for you all and try to expand your awareness about something, that I will. But I'm going to be probably not doing it. I'm going through something very, um, it's just completely taxing my whole system. I'm completely burnt out right now, and I'm in a lot of I'm kind of grieving, and I guess I've been doing that a while. If you haven't noticed, it's kind of that this is kind of my place to express something that I'm going through. That it's been going on for the last like 3 or so years. I say the Neptune opposed my Venus thing, but there was other things happening too with Uranus squaring my Mars with Saturn on top, or my Moon with Saturn on top of it and stuff like that, and that was so difficult. And I'm grateful for just being here right now and having what little I do. I feel like that I have a severe radiation poisoning that I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna. It's kind of just it's really fucking up a lot of people. It's targeting people. See, like people like me who are wanting contact, but I live in a place where I'm not making much contact. So I go on here and it's poisonous for people who are social, and those are the human beings, babe. And I know that the way that my iPhone is tuned right now, oh, and how they do it, and they're poisoning us and they're poisoning me, and um, so I wish to get clear away from it, and I'm going to be doing that more and more. I kind of already have been done that, but it hasn't been for the reason to like just stop doing it. I've been kind of how if you're stressed out, if you're experiencing something like say if your way of communicating is not working, and mainly that you're being emotionally abused, say, see, emotional abuse is could be as simple as just you don't get heard when you think you really should. I mean, you've been there for them and you hear all about their stuff. See, the very subtle thing that I think it's a tactic that's being, it, like you can open up a book and say, well, how do you ruin somebody's life, or keep fucking with them and mentally bone them to the point of them getting mentally ill. If there's certain tactics, like I was trying, I'm sure of it, and they say, well, don't try this, don't use this against anybody, but really it's like, no, they don't know. See, they don't know how else to do it. There's manipulators and stuff that are using like black magic to do things. It's like, well, can you just become a human being and get close to somebody and have a natural connection? And so anyway, yeah, a lot of that going on, right? And if we can explain that. And anyway, the see, I've been staring into the screen for more than 10 years now, and my eyes are blind due to well, not blinded, but they're damaged. I'm having see, I can see that I'm squinting more, and see that I feel it's not because my eyes are going bad. It's hard to explain. It's because um, this thing can get to your head. It can get to your heart if you keep it close to you enough, and it can fuck your brains up, and it can fuck your heart up. I hate to tell you. And that's why I see I'm doing what I'm doing at the volume and intensity and even clarity that I'm doing. What's coming through me is actually I take it very seriously about the decoding and how to see it. See, I still have pieces missing. I know it's really important for us to get this together and mainly see to turn social media, all content creators. See, that was my next mission. Was it was kind of it's just I'm experiencing two different things. Like I'm you know how like you have the third dimension reality who where what's making it to you really is the enemy, man. You are just like, oh, whatever, and whatever, and you're trying to. I don't know if that's real or not, but I think it is. You see, because here you have more access to people around the world, and if you're a content creator and you're just a skilled communicator and you know how to jigger the wires of people's minds and make them think a little bit, it's really important that we get on here. It's really important that everybody gets on here and starts to convey something because, well, what I mean is to start to concentrate up for people. See, look, the language is right in front of your face. They're showing you that you are to make friends. See, there's only two types of people. I've been pointing it out here, and you're probably watching this because you like the subject matter, and that's one of the types of people we're talking about. Binary processors, it's just a mental case there. They aren't logged in with reality. That's the main problem we have with these people. It's like, so much stuff. It's just bizarre, right? And it's like, well, that's not cool. I'm going to go over here where somebody has opened an account with reality and they're engaging with the truth and there's like a common human ethic happening. Anyway, back to there's just two types of people. See, there's friends. Now, uh, it's not a mystery who the good friend is. See, we can get way like irritating to the narcissist and to say, no, I'm achieving loved in love. I love everybody. See, that's your friend. A good friend is the guru who has achieved, and see, they don't have an agenda with you. They just want to see the best of you shine, and if you get next to them, they make you feel that way. They kind of see that it's make it feel possible for you. It's hard to explain, but some people are like that, and these are really they're your good friends. Really, in India, it's the thing that they have changed from there being a guru. So you know, a guru there could be the cooking guru or the cappuccino guru. I don't know. Just get really specific. See, there's people that just they know something more than you do, and then you kind of look up to them, right? And they give you what you need, and you're like, yay. And so, but we're talking about like say spiritual gurus, and we're talking about like that really starts to cover things that it's a very age old conversation. Buddhism, that's all that is, and you cannot really see we're having a conversation now, and you can't get past the fact that you must communicate in order to have any kind of like like are we have do we have a relationship? Can you relate? Really, and having said that, it's more like can you see around you that what I see? So anyway, because the truth, I hate to inform narcissists about this. The truth is the same for everybody. Yeah. And there is a symbol system that's hooked up and it says, they're trying to teach everybody this. Like what the symbol of the number three looks like. It happens to be that there's like three prongs on that puppy, right? And if you deny that, if you say, well, yeah, you can count 1, 2, 3 on the ends, then you're kind of backing yourself away from the common faculties of everybody else that has a sound imagination and that they're more safer for the kids because they're like playing and they could toss the three around and say, yeah, look, it looks like a shovel this way and it looks like whatever, a rake, and that maybe the six looks like a nine. If you don't think it does, again, what are we going to do with you? I will have patience with you, I guess. But sorry, experiencing on top of all kinds of attacks, right? So there's only so much time here before we get into dementia or Alzheimer's or something or whatever goes on with us when we get our just the metals, the heavy metals, fucking catching up with us. And yeah, I would love. See, the main thing that I'm thinking today is like, okay, I think of the original plan for me is to take care of my health and do it in such a way that you got to get out of the United States. You have to go find state of the art, real live cures for all of the stuff that people in the United States are just hanging with it. And there's no real solution to that. You have to figure it out yourself that first of all they're poisoning you and then they're giving you a fake cure. So it's like basically you have a fake disease, you have a fake chronic thing. It's fake because if you just got rid of the fake stuff around you that's giving you the fake fucking disease, then you won't have to go for the fake doctor and the fake cure, which is, better be careful. They are throwing gasoline on the fire there. When really, did see when you get like a glandular problem or even any kind of like chronic illnesses, uh, do you um, do you know that you should fast first? You should cut out everything that you're eating, not for 24 hours. Try 48. Really. See, a lot of people won't handle it. See, it depends on how, like, really, like, are you seriously overweight? And the thing is, it's like, if you want to lose weight, stop eating. Starve yourself for 40 days. What's wrong? Oh, it's painful, right? Well, no pain, no gain. Pardon the reverse curse there, but I didn't expect to talk about this. It's really nobody's business. I'm not a doctor. Go to your doctor, ask them what they want you to do, and then tell them to fuck off. I don't know. Okay, so then, um, see, I have to go to the dentist, and I've been totally putting it off because I was just reflecting. It's like, and even since my childhood, not a single dentist was a good experience. In fact, they are damaging me. Now, the word dentists, hmm, quite a business they are running out there. See, first they'll dent you with, if they can get to you and put those fillings in first, and then pretty soon you have all of these, you're compromised, right? And then you can get a doctor, and doctor you up, doctor that up. And they won't ever point at the fact that, what, your health is directly related to your teeth, really. It can kind of communicate. And so I've just been reluctant to go to the dentist simply because I know for a fact that I've been attacked, and even with hardcore prejudice and coming at me, it's like they hire these people from Armenia and fucking they're Muslims. They do not look American. I don't know about you, but that's what's happening in the United States. You can see it. It's like, fuck, here I got this guy that, man, the last time I tried to tell you guys, and I could see the difference of what they did. Um, and you just have to care about yourself more and really communicate to them and try to get what you think that you want to do. Stop them from doing the malpractice of, I hate to say it, but putting in those root canals. You need to be very careful, babes, because then you get arthritis. It's linked to breast cancer and even brain tumors because it's a material that they're putting in there that is just, if you really see, people probably don't do this. They're like, excuse me, like you can go into the dentist's office right now and say, I want, how do you go and test the material that they're putting in your mouth and saying, oh my God, scientists say that this is toxic and it's like time release cancer causing shit. See, people aren't doing that. They are so fucking tattered up. So having said this, I'm in mode to recede, and I can't help it. It's nothing that I'm like choosing for myself. It's so weird, and my higher minded guides are telling me that no, Shauna, you know this mode of like introspection. It's wintertime, and we look forward. I look forward to this time. I say looked in past tense because we have seen no sign of winter, and we're heading into drought. It's looking like drought. See, I was trying to contemplate what kind of weather weapons are they going to release on us. Well, they nearly droughted us out for the last. Well, it was 25 years until they were burning a lot of places around, and then of course they'll make it rain to flood, and that's what they did. But they flooded it so much that it did fill up the tables again, the water table, and the reservoirs. It filled it up because it was just unprecedented rains that they caused, really. And but see, I know that they can cause droughts too, and they can take it right down, and that can cause, well, if you don't have water in your area, you're going to experience a mass exodus. You have to get out of there. People are going to start experiencing famine. So pardon my look. I don't know. I was here and basically treating people with myself, I guess, and it's time to just experience this breakdown. And I'm the kind of person. I'm an Aries rising 6 degrees who I have a deep care for everybody. I want to be there for them, right? I love being called upon. If somebody thinks that I can help, and then I know that I can help because I'll be there and let's see it. But see, I have kind of been unavailable for the last 3 or 4 years, for sure. I remember when I noticed that, oh my God, I can't be called upon right now. I can't like be even emotionally available for people because of what I was going through. I don't want to even talk about this because it's like dwelling on something. It's like, did it ever get better? And the answer is no. I mean, I did get some better nourishment in me that, oh my God, I'm telling you, babes. See, I don't know why that it's got to be like this, that most of the population is so oblivious that you're just going to see, like, hey, Jesus, am I on the right track? You sure are, girl. Try to explain. It's not going to change here. There's just a run amok society. There's a backdrop of, and see, I'm getting more and more closer to something that I think that I'm just going to go home. We don't live forever here. But should you ever find yourself here and see, I leave legacies behind. My family does it. My ancestry, I think they're proud of me already right now. And see, I'm open for being used by the hand of God even more, whatever it is. And see, this is where I'm at. Is like, well, Shauna, can you please just take a nap? Just keep going through your deep rest. Period. I'm going through something. I don't really talk about it. See, I would rather say, Eureka, this person receives my blessings, and I receive theirs, and I am so in love. They've been helping me so much, but there's a reason why I haven't been able to do that. And it's not because I'm like a selfish person and I don't know how to celebrate people. No. And I still don't want to talk about what I have gone through until I'm completely clear of it. Um, some people here have been hearing me, and I've been talking about subject matter of narcissism for a long time, but see, now I'm here to tell you that if you find yourself, I mean, really, if you're in isolation, you're bound to attract a predator right there, right? I mean, and they won't even notice anything. You're going to notice that they don't notice your condition or anything. They're just preying on you. And there's where I think it's going to happen for me that, and for everybody, I am humanity, that you're going to find your people. You have to. I'm grieving about a lot of things. And it's okay. You know, tears will just come and you have to let it go, right? You just let those tears happen. Pardon me while I think I'm getting a hot flash right now too. So I'm just happy to be experiencing this process where it's a total breakdown, right? I mean, none of this is yours and not even your body. And what are we to do here? See, I'm still like, I'm thinking, okay, so what's left for me to do here? I mean, see, I think it's to, I had this vision and I can't handle that it's just me having this vision and that I have to do it all by myself. But that's really the truth about where we end up. It's like, no, just do it, and realize that why you can only do it yourself. People can't really help you because you can't expect everybody to be all for you like that. See, that's where anyway, this guy, Attract Passion, that channel, Attract Passion, he totally explains it. He's like right there, and he's like, and it, to me, see, it's like I'm so well, I'm just a baby, and I'm not perfect. See, I realize that pardon me while I just saw a spider crawl. That when you see a spider, that totem means that you should get up off your ass. You need to go and change. You're looking at the arachnids now that are living around, and they're looking at you going, man, you've been sitting there like a rock. Can I climb all over you and make a web? Oh, man. And see, but even with that, I feel I'm being super productive because I know how important it is to influence people with something that they might not have otherwise been influenced, right? And they would never have evolved. See, that's what it's about. It's evolution. See, because during what I had just said, I'm reflecting on people that say, no, you should shut your mouth because it's wiser and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, yeah, we understand that too. But really, uh, there's controversy behind that. I say that expression is healthy. That if you don't get it out right now and impulsively, see, I'm an Aries, you have to act on impulse. Um, See, a lot of people, they don't qualify to even say that because they're not an Aries. But that's what works for the Aries, and that's what works for you when you observe your heroes. The ones who didn't miss it, man, and they fucking got on top of it, they couldn't hesitate. They would not hesitate. We're not waiting for anybody. And when you ask an Aries to wait for things, and you keep putting, like, even life itself off, you're saying, well, it's not happening now, it'll happen later. It's like, no. At the very least, be present like a potent octopus on somebody's face, you know what I mean? And you can't have one foot in the door and one foot in the other thinking, well, it's not really now. I mean, gosh, if it was now, then I guess I would be feeling. It's like, babes, it's always now. If it's not good now, when will it ever be? Make it good. Man, pardon me, well. I'm not, this is not for anybody but me. I'm not giving anybody emotions and stuff. It's a genuine place that I have arrived. Call it turning 50 and going through a change of life. Go ahead, sure. See, I don't really process it like that. It's particularly my grandmother. When she was 50, she hiked up to Mount Whitney, I guess, to top of Mount Whitney. Is what she was doing. She had great legs. And see, now I'm reflecting. It's like, God, I have deteriorated, and just because I'm kind of physically inactive. But I just went through something that is like, I don't know. I would like to think it's just a step back, and then maybe the dream can come true. But no, if your experience is different, so you can't just imagine that things are going to get better. It's like, well, but if it's not happening now, when will it ever be? See, we do work. There's work that let's talk about just narcissists. They don't really know that the the work in relationships. See, this is a oh man, I just love you guys. 24 minutes. I did it. I opened up the channel. I started. I am a channel. See, the language is here already, babes. I was hoping that I could pass the torch to somebody and say, look at this, though. Social media is here to acknowledge that there's two types, and then you have to open your own bank and even get your own constitution. You have to use your own language to specify to the courthouses a lot of things because they want you to take your right to remain silent, and that is like you can be mind blown by that if you don't know what really is silent. Well, the truth is silent. You cannot say the truth. And it exists in a silent movie called reality. Within that movie, there's just sound. You can, it's everywhere, right? And that's the truth there. You can hear it. It's like, well, the truth about that sound is that it came from a trash truck over there. And did it just, did, what the hell did it pour out? A bunch of glass? See, that's where, um, really God, how will we get through the confusion of the courthouse over there that is actually reversed and representing the enemy who says that you can actually tell the truth? No, you can't. You can't tell the truth. No. The truth is an experience that you have quietly. And then, you can celebrate it through talking. That's where that you should really know that that's all that talking can be. It's a past tense. You can't live on your lips. There is no life there. Not really. No. See, I live in a small town here, and it's notorious for talk. People are like, they just know everybody without a single fucking experience because they all listen to who everybody says through other people. And it's like, well, that's shallow. So the cure for that is you put everybody on mute. See, you can straighten your whole life out, even the past, by just, you go in the past and you say, wait a minute, put them on mute and just watch actions only. It's never going to change. And we have to bring all this back, keep talking about it. I mean, there's poetry that is so beautiful that all it's doing is that it's reminding you that, yeah, the truth exists as an experience, and we can get really close to it with these words now, can't we? If you understand them properly, you can start to translate it for yourself. If you know words better than a 5-year-old, I guess, you can start your own translation. You can say, this is my understanding of this truth right here, because when it's the truth, you can say it in so many different ways. And all those ways isn't the truth itself. But see, when you go into the courthouse, they have you collectively. See, they'll say this, all rise. Well, they are letting you know that there's a problem, Houston. We have the living dead here. And they're telling you to get up out of your coffin in your sleep and let us manipulate this scene. So collectively, everybody has to stand there. It's like, well, you can have 15 cases there, and they're all getting heard. And they say, now, do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? And everybody has to say, I do. No. Why do they have to ask you that? And why did you guys end up there in the first place? Don't you know how to work out your own shit? Where's your leaders? Now, your leaders are your nerve endings. See, I kept saying women, but it's like, well, what do you mean? How could you kind of back away from sounding biased? Well, it's because they have heavy-duty sensitivity. They're very technology, they have to communicate about it, really. See, you can't overwork her. She's going to say, ouch, right? And now I'm talking about sexually. It's like, babe, you either get it or you don't. Will you stop? Right? And they get fucking pissed. And there's where, see, you have sexually repressed people, right? I mean, I have waded through the society, but I've seen that women, the most attractive one, the most beautiful ones, the ones that you think that are actually very promiscuous and stuff, but no, they're actually very sexually repressed, somehow, some way. They're not. See, God, I'm sorry. I didn't want to talk about this, but it comes up with the Mars and Pluto in the sky right now. That's sex right there. Mars, Pluto, and then Venus is now going to conjunct Pluto, and she's going to start saying, did you see that courthouse thing? Come Monday, come Monday, come Monday, come Monday. Ah! I'm like, there's that woman. The one that they would just assume hang her up on the cross over there and say, shut the fuck up. And she That's all she has, first of all, is her communication skills to say, excuse me, and it should go to a little up the left right here and do it a little faster and there, perfect. And see, that's a little game you're playing there. It's like, well, do you know how to cooperate and find out what works here? Because if not, I can't use you. And so you don't reproduce with that. It's kind of just vital right there. You don't have to worry about anything else that you're doing. But it comes to that moment where you're going to go like this, and the possibility that a whole other life form could come out of it, like, oh, she can give birth to something that all of this stuff that you guys are doing, whether it's love or not, the higher vibrational frequency, whatever it is going to transform into that little being, and that's your creation there, in accordance to the vibrational frequency that you were handling, and I'm not making this up. That they suggest for you to just find out what love is first, get on the higher vibrational frequency. Otherwise, your children are going to just turn out kind of with learning disabilities. Yeah, it's going to be like a kind of a, there's their fruits there. You know them by their fruits. And a lot of people, oh God, minute 31, I didn't want to talk about this, but this is one of my last videos, and it's like, I'm not getting any likes and everything. It's like, whatever. You guys are doing something with just the surface level shit, and I'm not here for you people. Um, I think that the 6 subscribers that came on and then they came off was from my phone company. Well, from the people that are trying to hook me up to fiber optics, and they just can't connect with me because well, I'm having financial trouble and I'm not really interested in anything that has to do with my finances right now. I have to I just shut down. I just well, I have a thing to do. I have to do this December. Is See, I've had this mailbox for all my family's life. It's a cool mailbox. I kept it because it is cool. It's just it was P.O. Box W, POW, and that's my name is Wyatt, so it was cool. But now it's changed to 1136, which adds up to 11. But I can't have that mailbox anymore. They want $100 this month, and I can't come up with it, and unless somebody wants to donate. But I won't keep that mailbox. I can't. And I know that I need to get rid of my chickens a long time ago, um, but that's been dragged out for me because people want to like set me in the frozen. It's like, no, change is coming and it just falls apart. I am so sentimental about my chickens though, because I have a 7-year-old one. Since 2016 I had her, I think, and that's older than that, huh? Yeah. I, I love them so much. And see, because I can't feed them, I can't keep up on their feed. Um, and see, not having the feed means that all of my quails won't have feed, and then my rabbits too. And so there's where it's like, what are you gonna do? I mean, I could just get rid of the chickens and feed just the quails, and they'll have more food. It'll be less feed that the chickens are eating, but I still need that food. Maybe not really though. But no, see, the thing is, see, just like with you guys, babes, I don't want to let those quails down. I have been kind of like a little Noah's Ark here with what has happened in the past 3 years, where I literally saw moles crawling to my house. They're going, because they're tractoring over there, and they ran up to me, and I'm like, fuck. And so, yeah, no, I've got like 5 more squirrels because, yeah, these guys proudly say, oh no, my dog eat bird. My dog loves to eat birds. And they're very just, man, these narcissistic fucking sociopathic people are such, I mean, toxic, obliviously living, lawless fucking creatures that I don't know. I hope to God that April, when Neptune moves into Aries, just people snap to, and they're like, you know what? You stand up for a crock of shit. See, I'm here to tell you, babes, if you've ever come across like multi-millions of dollars, you should obligate yourself to use it correctly and go to the courthouse and start putting people on the stand, and and create class action cases to where they don't have any choice but to join you. You just need money to do that with. See, that's the way that they're doing it. They just use money and see. Now, that's what has to happen. You might see it. It's probably already happening, um, but it can happen collectively. You just sell out, regroup, and use your money to get the rest of your money back. Get compensation. Take the money out of the hands of these people that are doing this shit. They're getting paid to kill the place off. And it's an agenda. They don't even know. Working in cognitive dissonance, they are building things that will fuck up later and cause disaster, and then they can implement their system of control even more to make it like an amusement park, and just act like a piece of popcorn, you guys, and so much for your real life here. See, what I mean about your real life is that, can you get quiet enough to actually hear your inner guides? And do you understand that it doesn't have to be just while you go to sleep that you can experience the afterlife and the whole realm of where you really live? When, because we don't really stay here. Christ was here to tell us that there's reincarnation and we have a forever life, and good luck here. How you don't see a single bit of it, do you? You don't see a hint. See, they've reversed everything. See, what they have us doing in wintertime? Despicable. The whole celebration of turn everything on and let's just rah and get all riled up and turn your lights on. See, you're taking care of a parasite right there. Turn them off. Let them starve out in the wintertime. They don't know how to handle the introspective time. You're supposed to be quiet, especially around when the turn of January comes. That's when you are doing such contemplation. It represents the old folk that just, they receded down, and they're not dead. They're actually doing so much more than you can imagine with this prayer. And they are in this place where if you ask them anything, they're ready to tell you no, that the life of such is like this. And really, it's obscured. That whole relationship with the elderly and the old young people was like demolished, right? Come 2020. You can see how they did. Look at my little shark. So I hope that I'm wrong, but as far as just thinking that I'm kind of done for a while. I can't do it. I've been working on, and it's weird because I think I've been digging and digging and digging and digging. What I'm talking about it precisely is this alignment with knowing that there's a humanitarian crisis. There's only two types here, right? There isn't anything else. And in fact, you can tell all these fucking religious people there is just men and women here. And then you have reality, which is God. What is the complication here? There isn't any other agency outside of you to figure this out. If there is, oh boy, I just got some heavy. See, I've been experiencing heavy duty, low vibrational earrings, and this means that a fucking demon is thinking about right now. Not a good thought. You're not thinking good thoughts about me, Huns. And if it's not that, I'm pretty sure that the Elon Musk thing. I've got a Wi-Fi connection here. If it's AI, they can now see your physical body. I could be entrapped electronically, and that's why I can't break out. Even to just, I'm thinking, well, I need to move into my studio house, which is closer to the water, and it's more, and it's not exactly hooked into my bed, which you need to get away from your bed springs, the metal bed springs, the EMF waves. It's not known. It's just covered over now that they are slowly cooking us. If you notice, babes, you can you eat a meal. Maybe it's your semolina wheat or something, but it has nanoparticulates matters in it, and it's going in your stomach. Now you're holding your phone like this, and you're operating it. It'll start to cook that fucking thing, and you'll start to get gas and stuff. And also, you want to keep it away from your heart, because they are getting it to where that they can fully interact with your body, remote control. And we're looking at a time in our life where, okay, so having said that, that's a synthetic version, babe. what is happening really with the programming, the bad programming, all that. People are activating. It is remarkable. It's science, sci-fi, but see, the more, the merrier for them. Who they kind of they are possessors of the mind, which you would kind of say is equal to spiritual possession, because when your mind is given to the system, you're converted into this just a binary processor that has no real relationship with God and or reality, so the truth doesn't matter, and you can go through all of this uh, bypassing spiritually, as far as like that you have a feeling, oh, you can just ignore that and go to your money. Your money will protect you from being a real person. Big problem there. And so what else? Hey, like and subscribe. If I get more than 8 likes, maybe I'll continue on in listening and following the intuition that I do. See, but I failed, and it feels so bad because it was a week and a half ago. I could see, and I didn't even print it. I was supposed to put the video right here. See, look what Adrienne Elise is now kind of hitting up. And it's like, what she needs to know is that because she's a content creator, she must obligate herself to shift her perception about how she's making money here. Just to do this. Folks, I just noticed that I have 90,000 subscribers and I get 5,000 likes. Now, here's what I'm instructed to do. You must send me $20. I don't take the money. I put it in this electronic system over here that begins to see that, oh no, you get it. You know that there are friends here, and then there's the enemy. That's what your Facebook page is doing. And it's remarkable to see how much confusion they have done, because you only have so much time here to figure something else out, and then they start closing it down and making it fashioned to AI. AI is available for reprogramming. The you're supposed to interact with it and start saying to look at it like this, and start going viral about this, and start you have to go in there. That's what I found out the first time I contacted it on a message box. I've never fucked with it, but somehow I realized, oh, I actually see they've been trying to say, hi, this is Meta AI, ask us anything. I'm like, no thanks, I don't need advice. And see, no, I was there informing it. And it says, oh, I see what you're doing now. And then the thing is, see, I recorded the conversation, and I never mentioned sacred geometry. What I mentioned was the laws of physics. But they added, blah, blah, blah. And see, here is the fact, people. When I was talking about the courthouses and stuff, they already know. The higher ups and the judges, they have a good idea. They already know that you need to figure something out, and they're just waiting. They already know, because when you start going in there and just looking at them and say, okay, court adjourned, we're coming back tomorrow. See, a lot of people just can't afford it, right? They have to go to work tomorrow. See, that's what I'm getting at. So it's like, babes, this is the way you use your money. If you're selling out and you find yourself as a multimillionaire, you have to obligate yourself to start representing a brand. There's just two types here. Do you have a typewriter? I am dead serious about this. But see, here's what's going to happen. See, and if it does, see, because I activate and I know, oh, now's the time to do it, but I didn't activate last time because I was being sat on. I'm being kind of forced to think about the needs of another person. Oh, and I'm gonna do this relationship, and it's like, no, because they're not even talking about the things that you like to talk about. They are actually, God, it's so terrible when you're in the presence of somebody that only wants one single thing from you, and then you're trying to show them other aspects of yourself. Maybe you're playing the guitar, and then they just start going, and they're just damaging you right there. They are fucking you up. It's the same when you try to have a conversation, and you can say everything spectacular, and they never come back with anything. They'll say, you can say something of a certain subject matter, and then they'll say, well, saved a bunch of money on my car insurance today by switching to Geico. And it's like, so this person is not even interactive. And see, you wonder, well, what kind of a method is that? Well, it's a method of breaking you down and dehumanizing you. And I have a feeling they know they're doing that. I have a feeling there's a book that some club made. They're saying, this is how you do it. Because you're a fucking asshole and this is the only way that you can get close to people. It's weird. You know, and see, the Aries part of the organism does not put up with any shit like that. They're the nerve endings. They're the first responder. They're the baby. You know, and if you don't have that spontaneous emotional and then you can get sick. And so with Mars going retrograde on the 7th here, what we're going to see is these people that do repress their emotions, and they kind of use other people to do anger for them, right? They want they want to triangulate you maybe into a scene where it's like they can't take care of it, but they know you will, and it's like, no. See, now they are going to have to handle all this internalized shit that's coming up with the Mars retrograde. As soon as it hits Cancer, it's going to be like this. It's going to be like, you're going to see so many fucking Jerry Springer outbursts that a lot of us real people are going to say, you guys are just not being very productive. Good luck with your nerve endings on that. And, nah, that's not my fight. You guys don't even know what you're fighting about. And just get away from me. They're just like, and they'll try to come back to maybe if you have separated yourself out from them, they're going to try to come back to you and shake you. And it's like, no, don't shake me, babes. I'm shaken. I'm a shaker. I'm a Quaker. Handle your own shit now, babes. Handle it, because, yeah, we're receding. We're actually receding and going and picking our teeth going, oh, yes, we said everything we need to say. Yes, I got anger at that time. I got angry at that time. Perfect time. Yes, they gave me reactive abuse, but now they're sitting on it. 2 years. It's been 2 years since the last time that Mars went retrograde. Now, you guys need to think about it. Think what happened. Let's look at it when it happened last time it was retrograde, and my book does not go back that far because it's in 2 pieces. I was thinking about getting a new ephemeris. If there isn't a living book, it's not the Bible. It's an ephemeris. It's an ephemeris that just, you have so much, you have all the years here, and if you can imagine, wow, see, this is the 1900s, and we've gone through all these people, life itself happening, the living books. They are them. So you don't expect them to be like the perfect black book sitting on, and the pages are golden and never changing. Nope, this is the only living book that you'll ever see. It's like, and see, okay, so I was trying to find out when Mars went retrograde the last time. If this cuts out, sayonara. What I mean, if the camera shuts off. Okay, so, boy, this book. I might not be able to do this. 24. Yes, we were in 2023. So now I'm looking at Mars. Now I'm going to find out when it starts to go retrograde. The last time. The last time it went retrograde. Okay, now we're looking at, it was in Gemini. I think I remember that. That was so strange because it kept squaring Neptune, and talk about fucking being this the word of the year for that year when Neptune was in Gemini and it kept squaring Neptune. Sorry, Mars was in Gemini and it kept squaring Neptune. The word of the year I heard was gaslighter, gaslit, or gaslight. So anyway, and that's what we're going to go into. So that's okay. Now in 2022, you guys, it happened. It started that Mars would start to go retrograde in October of 2022, and then it would flow on through November, and then by the time it's January 2023, it starts to go forward again. So you just have to kind of jog your memory and find out what will happen between October of 2023 and 22 and January 2023. Anything specifically? I mean, really, it depends really if it aspects you adversely or not. See, the Gemini planets don't really bug me but it did square my Venus, and so that's kind of awkward. The mutable squares, the Venus to Virgo, the Virgo to Sagittarius, the Sagittarius to Pisces, the Pisces to Gemini. Those are squares. It's a hard angle. Um, they have a hard time with each other. They don't get along really. They could, because one is more advanced than the other, and see, the truth is one can learn from the other. It's always a forward square that you can learn from. Gemini learns from Virgo, maybe. See, it's just a big maybe because can they fucking just understand that it's about human evolution, and that's what astrology points at. And but we're all here to do something specific, and nobody is like an ultimate sign. See this? So, but it's about evolution, because eventually, babes, when you wake up completely, you throw astrology out pretty much. It's weird. It's like when you're fully conscious, it doesn't matter, but when you're fully unconscious, it doesn't matter either. So there's just this point where you're just like, you're awake and you're like, oh my God, the possibilities of which, wow, amazing. And look how it works. See, I just trust my complete intuition when I do a reading for somebody, and I do not hold back. And I get really deep and specific. And they'll come back going, oh my God. And there's where I know it's like, nope, this thing has been around for fucking thousands of years for a reason. Because there's nothing new here. Actually, it's a boring place, babe. It's a fucking program. Look, they can time the movements of the planets. They know where they're going to be in 1,000 years, to the minute and second. There's structures here on the Earth placed, by the ancient people, probably just 600 years ago. We don't know. The sun will go in a certain place and cast a certain shadow. Same with like the planets, and it's just they know where it's going to go, and how boring is that? It's like Planet Narcissus. It's like, really, you're just going to keep loop? This is a fucking loop field. And here's where I'm saying, bye. I mean, I don't. This world, once you figure it out, then it's like your creator is like, all right, she gets it. But what's my mission to accomplish here? It's not just to go to that fucking dentist to get screwed up. It's it really. The thing is that so many people live and die here, and in 40 years, really, but certainly 100 years, it will never matter who they were or what they did. Nothing of a trace will you see that it mattered. Some people will leave a legacy, like Tesla or somebody will be holding on to their ideas, and that's what lasts for longer than people. But nobody gets that idea of their own and stuff like that. Leaving a legacy behind, see? Babes, I'm somebody who has figured something out here, and to me, it's just a twinkling, shimmering opening that says, no, no, this is obvious. Your friend is the heart, not the mind. So when you're on social media, there you are on social media, Facebook, and all of it. None of it is separate, by the way. The computerized applications are all filtering through one mainframe that is the synthetic kind of human brain, is where they are deriving the AI material now, which is ridiculous. So stupid. Who gives a fuck about altering things to look like a cartoon, but it's all real? And it's like, get rid of that. We've been doing that with computers already a long time ago, and why is it such a fucking fascination now? Because nobody's using it right. They're a bunch of fucking cartoon heads. And I'm saying, no, look at it. The language is right here, and I'm serious. Content creators. 54 minutes. Did I make you content with anything? Now, your content is, sorry, content. I said content is your feelings. It's your heart. Boy, you cannot cause resonance unless, like, a real feeling, without hitting that heartstring that really, it's just a reminder of something that could have gone dormant in you, and you just needed refreshing by somebody had said something. And it reminds you, that's all. And it inches you on and says, you know, if that was true, then that must have been true, and that's the truth. That's the way you do it. You just expand and you start trusting the heart more. That's your content creator, babes. What it is interacting. See, it's not creating the content. You are pulling it in and saying, no, this is the content of reality of which the truth exists. Otherwise, it's a huge gaslight, and we got fucking AI taking over. And I was genuinely fooled by it. I'm usually not. But I was like, God, look at this wave. But no, see, here's what happened. I was like, you know what? That wave is so crispy clean, though. Usually a tsunami wave has debris and it looks a little different. And see, this one guy, he came on there, and I love his vibe. He doesn't really contact me at all. But when he does like my pages, I can tell that this guy is high-minded and I really like his fucking spirit. I don't know, right? And so, but I can tell how much he respects how I keep my page completely organic, because he piped up when I put that AI image on there. He said, "This is AI generated," and so that tells me that he really watches and he notices that I'm keeping it organic, and and also I'm translating. See, when I just post a meme without my translation, I'm not feeling well. But I know the importance of letting pictures speak louder than words and all that, and I let it. But usually, if there's a saying there, I will start to clarify my understanding behind it, and say it in another way, and then cause expansion there. I'm just somebody who, see, I'm a conversationalist. Really, I will not put up with weather talk and shit like that. See, when it's happening in a ring, like if I'm at a place and maybe we're sitting in a table or a group or something, and there's conversation happening, I'm usually the one who just, can we uplift this into a better, more high-minded conversation? Because, see, and I do, I'll pull up facts and little avenues to make it like really juicy. That, oh, it's like they never really heard that perspective. They didn't know that depth of content. So the fact that they call it content creator, babes, you're living in a reverse universe, and so it's not that we create anything here. No, if creation is already here. The good news is, and you don't have to believe in any of it. You just be with it. Be with it. You remember me, right, John? I'm thinking about you. I know that you have cancer, right? But you're the one who said, God, this is a great religion. You know, just be with it. And boy, I'll go to your church, and it's like, babe, I'm trying to put the hat out for a reason, and it's worked. What little I've gotten, and I say what little, it's because, um, ah, it's breadcrumbs that, ah, you know, that other person doesn't have to be breadcrumbing now, you know, and hold it against me. See, isn't that putrid when somebody just throws it back in your face, because basically they're kind of mistreating you, but they're giving you things, and then you have the spirit to say, you know what, and when you want to talk about it, they say, how dare you? After all the stuff I gave to you, you know what? Off with your fucking people's heads. Off with your heads, babes. You are glitching out. You are causing nerve damage to us. We are shot from that. And here's the thing. You can believe this. They don't even know they're doing it. Now, not my favorite subject matter. I don't know how I got into this, but I think that it's important to see, no, babes, creator content. You have friends and then you have enemies, babes, and see, if you're raising awareness, it's the only way to do it. But this thing is thrashing with all kinds of subject matter, right? And it's like so hard to just get the real purpose of this thing going, because it's a war machine. If we don't get our purpose on it, it's going to be against you, and indeed it has been. See, I plan on making this work, but if I don't succumb to the EMF waves, which I am very much sick from it, I'm experiencing something that's like, well, all right, I've already know that we don't live in our bodies permanently, so it's bliss. Just the thought of it that says, no, this is going to pass, and you're going to go into another realm, and you will be evaluated too. And I can't imagine what goes on in your um uh in purgatory, right? Where it's like, well, so what did you do? Well, I stayed on my phone for fucking 6 hours to 8 hours a day. Don't run me through that ever again. But see, the thing is, because it is a war machine, Intergalactic Monitor is processing it out, and it sees that it's in red alert up there. By the way, it's like there's alarm. That's why that some people, me and other people, you're a technology, by the way, and they will contact you and they will give you downloads and they say, please do something about this, babes. You're not supposed to do the cradle to the grave 9 to 5 and just shrug it off and die and think you're accomplished there. No. You're to buck the system, get your real life, and start participating in this game. In fact, it's a video game. The language is already here. Got your watch? I am dead serious about this. 1 hour, huh? 1 hour. I only tried. I won't see. I'm feeling better because I'm doing what I need to do. I'm supposed to do. I'm a motivational speaker. I I I'm a super sensitive empath, and it's so strange because I don't really talk about this, but no, I feel everybody that that is contacting me here. It's and they feel me, and I think that they think it's a one-sided thing. It's like, no, see, this thing's going to shut off on me. It's like, no, I feel you just like this too, babes. But see, the thing is we have a 3D reality here that it's really important. It's somehow, how do we work it? See, I say we don't work it. You find a fucking pyramid or somewhere, and you get on here and you start working this war machine. You take you you open up a central bank based in how that you're a content creator, and they have monetized it in so many different fucking ways. It's trying to tell us this is what you're supposed to do. And see, they can do their social credit score things, and we can do our social credit score things. Here's the thing, though: when the human faction, the enlightened ones, start to know that they are already organized, they have a heart that is it's already here. You just have to acknowledge it and say no, and we feel good. We hold hands and say we feel good. Oh my God! See, you start collecting your own monies based in content creation. You start paying each other's bills off that way. Nobody should ever have any kind of electronic bill pay thing that's hounding them. Just feed it. They'll hate that. You're not in scarcity mode anymore. It'll dissolve your narcissism. It can help your narcissist stop. They'll turn the electricity off. Yep, that's when they'll say, "Uh-oh, take control." And come April 2025, we just might see that kind of thing go down. So, thank you for listening to this, and I didn't let anybody down here, and I didn't waste my time. It's possible that we only just begun, you see. I need to heal myself. I am experiencing something. See, everybody is, though. See, I was trying to tell you about the activation that's going to happen on a physical level. We are going to experience something. It's like, I swear, it's like a rebirth. Come Mars opposing Pluto one more time, as it's going retrograde. It's not one more time, it's going to hit it once. And that's going to be the first activation, see? That is going to be the real live, like, you're going to get these little buds, I guess, in the back of you, and you're going to be like, what's that? And then by the time, see, we have to get through this Mars going retrograde in Cancer for the next 6 months, and then when it hits 17 degrees, I think it's sometime in late April, it starts to go station direct, and then it starts to go forward again, and then it's going to oppose Pluto at 3 degrees at the end of April, I think, or something. Like, it kind of kicks through then, and that's when those little buds that come up are going to turn into fucking light wings, and you're going to see, whoa, we are this. Come Monday, come Monday, come Monday, come Monday, come Monday.